All right, we actually had a couple of news that actually came out. I think some few minutes ago. Yeah, it actually came out 1:30. So let's take a look at it and see how far it actually affected the market. Okay, so great. This is our Forex Factory, and of course today is Wednesday. We just have about three major news that actually came out today. One from the GBP, which actually came out negative early hours of today. We also have another one, housing rate, housing starts, that is also starting up. Okay, that also going out. And then of course we have building permit. Okay, that also came out by 1:30, even though this building permit is actually a medium impact news. But every single news that came out today came out negative. I know that a negative news like this, of course, is going to be affecting the US dollars opposite in an opposite direction. It's going to be affecting negatively, I'm sorry to say. All right, and with that in mind, you know that okay, the volatility today from the US most likely is going to be a bearish one. All right, it's going to be a bearish one, but the news is not a very volatile news. Remember, I think last week Thursday I was actually telling you about the different kind of volatilities that we have, or I think it was in one of the classes. Yes, I was saying about the different kind of volatilities. I said we have some high impact news that are very much volatile, and also you have some high impact news that are not very volatile. All right, I think it should be in the 2:30 class, or was it another training I had? There are some high impact news that are very volatile. All right, and there are also high impact news that are not very volatile. So volatility actually varies. So when someone tells you that, okay, this particular news is high impact news, does not mean it's going to be massively volatile. Do you understand? There are some high impact news that still aren't as volatile as you probably would suspect. Like this particular housing permit is not as volatile as other kind of news, because it has different aspect it's supposed to contribute to. All right, it has a different thing it's supposed to contribute to, not because basically for volatilities when it comes to forex trading. Okay, so that being said, also another thing you should also consider is the fact that we also have I think the second one is building permit. We have housing stats, that is the housing or is it called statistics, and then of course the building permit. When someone is given a building permit, you know, it does not have an immediate impact in the market. All right, think about it first. Which immediate impact does it have in the market? There is basically no immediate impact, because the building permit only tells you the fact that, okay, oh, this particular trade, it is currently running and it is not giving us exactly what we want. Like, okay, you're now going to be permitted to have your own house. Do you understand? You're going to have your own house, yes. You're going to have your own apartment, yes. It's most likely going to reduce your payments to landlords. Yes, we understand. But then it doesn't really have any immediate impact in the market. The same thing as a housing start. So that's why you might not really see the immediate effect of this particular news in the market. But if you're talking about CPI, that measures inflation, of course, inflation has a direct hit on the economy. When you're talking about monetary policy adjustments or amendments, it has an immediate impact in the market. But this particular one does not have an immediate effect in the market. All right. I said all that to say this. It is not all the high impact news in the market that would have an immediate impact. But this kind of news, why they are there is because they might probably tell you the next direction of the market. They will tell you the next direction the market is headed to. So with that being said, looking at dollar index right now on 5 minutes time frame, what are you going to be looking at? Because of the fundamentals that came out against the dollar right now, I am going to be going in for a further sell on dollar index. I'll be going in for a further sell on dollar index. All right. I'm going to be going in for a further sell on dollar index. So for today, dollar index is going to be a sell, and our take profit is going to be before the verified support right here. Do you understand? Just a second. Okay, so let's go back. I hope you can see my screen, right? Okay, great. Let me just unshare it. Let's go to my chart directly. Let's go to the chart. Yeah, let's go to the chart. Perfect. I believe you can see my chart now. Okay, yeah, I've got that fixed up. So I believe you can see my charts now. Okay, so now I said looking at dollar index currently, you will discover that dollar index has actually been making some higher highs. All right, it has been making some higher highs over the period. You could literally see that. Look at the direction. It's been consistent in the higher highs. All right, this is it. So now I am actually looking out for, I said I'm going to be going in for a further sell on dollar index. But now the question is that, is it going to be an instant trading? Because if you're considering this higher high, you will know that it is not advisable to just pick up a buy immediately. Look at this particular trade. It's been having a higher high, apart from this one that actually came a little bit lower. But you could see that this has been a consistent uptrend on dollar index. You could really see that, right? Now, with that in mind, I am not just going to jump into a sell looking at what has actually been happening, but rather I'm going to allow it to break below my trend line. I'm going to allow this particular trade to close below my trend line at price 99.841. That is the only time I will be going in for a sell. All right. I'll be going in for a sell only if it has broken below my trend line at 99.841. Once price can get to that point, then I am confident enough that price will want to get to this 99.772. Do you understand? So that's actually, which is actually the next nearest support line here. So what you're looking at for is for price to break below the trend line. Now, if you check this thing, you find out that this is actually a structure that the market is already trying to build on. It's a structure that the market is trying to build on. First, let's take a look at it on 1 hour time frame. You could see, look at on 1 hour time frame, you could comfortably see that it actually broke above this particular verified resistance. So the probability of the market going higher is very much high. Is there, but instead of you to just dive into a buy, why not just hold on a little bit for price to retrace because of the fundamental that came out against dollar this afternoon? So remember that our trade this afternoon is based on the fundamental, but still you are not supposed to just dive into an instant buy. Sorry, instant sell. So our sell is going to be, you can set it up as a penny order actually, because that is going to be much better. You can set up as a penny order. So let the entry position be at price, let it be at price 99.841. 99.841. That should be your entry position. All right. Then your take profit, you should be looking at price 99.772. All right. So the reason I want us to do like that is that I don't just want to just jump into a trade and it will be like, oh, okay, it has started retracing just like it's doing now. But I still see that this particular trade is going to fall like a little bit. But the best option is that I said is dollar index, USDIDX, USDIDX. So I'm probably will just be calling the pair itself USDIDX. All right. USDIDX. So the entry position should be at 99.841, and then the take profit should be looking at for 99.772. All right. But any other trade that you want to take in for a buy, let your buy be above the verified resistance. Let your buy be above the verified resistance for USD IDX. Let your buy be above the verified resistance. Now, checking it out on 1 hour time frame also, you can actually see what I'm talking about. Let it be above this particular point. All right, which is the verified resistance on 5 minutes should be somewhere around here. So let's go to 5 minutes time frame and check if that is the correct point. Okay, perfect. It's just a little bit above that particular region. All right, perfect. This is it. So your entry position for the sell, for the buy should be at price 100.050. 100.050. That should be your entry position. 100.050. All right. And then your TP should be looking out for before the weak resistance up above that point. All right. It's actually going to be a longer one. So that should be, it should be looking out for 100.172. 100.172. All right. So that should be a very perfect position. So I'm saying that for this particular, for today, I'm looking at a further sell. I'm looking at a further sell on dollar index. I am looking out for a further sell on dollar index, but I'm not going to be entering immediately. It's not going to be an immediate trading. I'll be setting up a pending sell stop at price 99.841. The point has already been sent. You should have already seen it on the chart. All right, the price is on the chart, so you should have to make it much more easy, a little bit easier for you. So going down to Euro USD to see what we've actually got on Euro USD, you will discover that Euro USD has actually been consolidating after the massive buy it had sometime last week, and of course early this week. You will discover that Euro USD is currently on a consolidating phase. All right, if you're a swing trader, the best kind of analysis you should be doing, it should be either with your Bollinger Band that will be showing you the breakout points. All right, it's either you use your Bollinger Bands that will show you the breakout points, or you can use your IPM indicator that will also show you the breakout points. All right, But if you want to do a scalping, great. I will be looking out for a further. Okay, let's just go to 5 minutes time frame. Like I told you that if you're trading on 1 hour, if you're an intraday trader or a swing trader, allow the price to break above each of these points. Either it breaks below this particular consolidation point, the support right here, or breaks above the verified right here. All right. So you can clearly see those points. You can take a screenshot of them. These are the points I'm talking about. But for a scalping strategy that we're taking a look at, let's just go to 5 minutes time frame and see the direction the market is currently headed. All right, now I'm going to be looking at it with my okay, fine. Let's use IPM indicator to see what we've got here. All right, great. For IPM indicator, it's giving us for a little bit of an upward move, but I am not going to buy. All right, I am not going to buy because I feel that this particular buy might not sustain. The buy will not stay for a longer time on smaller time frame. So what I'm going to be doing on this particular trade is that all these regions are my entry regions. This is Euro USD. All right, don't see what is being written there. Is Euro USD. All right, this is it. Check at the top of my screen, you will see it. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. Just hold on, let me get it. Okay, perfect. Now all these points, these are my entry positions for a sell. So for Euro USD, I am going in for a further sell. All right, I am going in for a further sell. So I'm going in for an instant execution. So all these points, all these regions are my sell region. So what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to be doing price stacking. All right, I'm going to be doing a price stacking on that. Okay, so my first sell, and then it goes up a little bit, then my second sell, then it goes up a little bit, then my third sell on the Euro USD. So I'm expecting the price to come down, and my take profit is going to be all the way down to this point. All right, this is where my take profit is going to be, all the way down to this region. So this is my take profit for Euro USD. So for Euro USD, my take profit is at price 1.12113. 1.12113. All right, 1.12113. That's my take profit. All right, 1.12113. Okay, so that's actually where I'm considering to enter my sell. All right, I'm entering a sell on instant execution, and of course, all these points I should be making my profit all this way down. and my take profit is going to be at price 1.12113. All right. So if just in case if you want to set up a stop loss on this particular instrument, fine, you can actually go ahead to do that. You can set up a stop loss at price 1.12260. Your stop loss can be at price 1.12263. That should be your stop loss. All right, 1.12260, 1.12260. That should be your stop loss. But if you actually entered the sell already, you should have already been on a good profit, because we've already entered profit on that. Especially for those people that did price stacking, you should have already been on a good profit. So for Euro USD, we're going in for a further sell on that. Okay, so going forward to USDJPY. USDJPY. All right, a lot of you are not very good when listening to names of the instruments, but it is USDJPY that we're looking at right now. Now, I remembered some time ago, I think early last week, about Tuesday, when we looked at the Euro JPY, we discovered that the trend of the Euro JPY has changed. And I told you that the Euro JPY most likely will get to price 135. All right, I told you that it was most likely going to get to 135. But as at now, it got to 137 and stopped. 137.240. It got to that point and stopped. But the question is that, is it going to go down again? But the answer to that question is no. The trend has changed already. All right, the reversal has already happened. So you're going to be looking out for a further buy on USDJPY. A further buy on USDJPY. So remember what we used to do on USDJPY? Look for a comfortable position to buy. Look for a comfortable position to buy on USDJPY. Now we're back to that. We are back to that. Looking out for what? A comfortable position to buy. That is what we're doing right. Okay, so we're looking out for a comfortable position to buy. But for now on USDJPY on 5 minutes on 5 minutes time frame for the scalping process, remember that I already told you that dollar is a little bit weak this afternoon. Dollar is weak this afternoon. So with that in mind, for USDJPY, you can just go in for a sell. You can go in for a sell on USDJPY. Take your profits on this particular before the verified support. USDJPY, we're going in for a sell, and our take profit should be before the verified support. Before the verified support, that is where we're going to be taking our profit for USDJPY. Now, I know that is currently pushing up a little bit, but this buy is not going to sustain. All right. Now, in this case also, you can also do what we call the price stacking. All right. You can also do price stacking on this particular trade. All right. I would have done that, but I already have a lot of other trades going on. But then I'm just going to take off a few. So I'm also going to be going in for a sell, just a couple of sells, maybe just like 3. I would have actually want to go for more than 3 positions, but then I will just be going in for 3. So all these regions are my take profit, my take profit points. So I said my take profit is going to be at price. Okay, remember what we're doing is USDJPY. And we said we're going in for a sell, right? Yeah. And the take profit for the sell is going to be at price 139.267. That is where our take profit is going to be. And it's an instant sell. We're going in for a sell. And that is going to be our take profit for USDJPY. That is where our take profit is going to be. All right. At price 139.267. All right. That is where our take profit is going to be. All right. But if you want to set up a stop loss on this particular instrument also, let it be above that turncoat resistance or at that point. All right. Remember that what we are doing is, if it pushes up a little bit, another sell. If it pushes up a little bit, another sell. Okay. That is what we call price stacking or trade stacking. All right. But please, before you do that, make sure that you have a good amount of money in your trading account before doing such. Do you understand? Don't just do that without having enough money in your account. Please make sure that you have enough fund in your account before you do that. Okay, so that is that for USDJPY. So my stop loss is going to be at price 139.746. 139.746 is where my stop loss would be. But all this range, all these processes, every single thing around here is my sell position. Even if it goes up a little bit, I'm still going to be selling. Okay, so that is my position. Okay, so going in for the next one, let's just take one more currency pair, then we'll take a look at other instruments. For USDJPY, I said I am selling immediately. It's an instant sell. I'm going in for an instant sell. I am going in for an instant sell. That is what I said. For USDJPY, I'm going in for an instant sell, and my take profit is at price 139.267. Okay, that's my take profit. Oh boy. So what's an instant sell? Do you know what they call market execution or instant execution? Do you know what instant is? Oh, if you don't know what instant execution is, I mean, I'm selling by market. All right. I'll just go to sell. I'll just click on sell, then go to at this point, I'll just click on sell. That is exactly what I did. That is what the sell is. Then I'll set my take profit at this point and then set my stop loss at this point. That is what I did. Okay, that's what I did. If you're looking for a better understanding on that, kindly reach out to your account manager or drop your email address privately for me. I will give you a call back. All right. So that should be that for this particular trade. So let's go to the next one, GBPUSD. GBPUSD, yes, I'll be going in for. Kindly send this message directly to me. Send it directly to me, please. Okay, I just said hello to you privately. Forward me your email address. I will get across to you on that regard. Okay. All right, so for GBPUSD, yes, we are going in for a further sell. Sorry, a further buy actually, please. Or for GBPUSD, I'll be going in for a further buy for GBPUSD. Yeah, GBPUSD, I am going in for a further buy, and I'm expecting up to 30% recovery for this particular trade or 60% recovery for this particular trade. So this particular one, like I said, I am going in for a further buy on GBPUSD. I'll be going in for a further buy. So my take profit for GBPUSD is at price 1.29512. 1.29512. That is where my take profit is going to be. 1.29512. 1.29512. That's where my take profit is going to be. All right. All right. So I know currently you are seeing a sell candle there. Please don't be in a haste to jump into the sell. But let's take a look at it on 5 minutes time frame. I was actually on 30 minutes. So let's take a look at it on 5 minutes time frame and see what we've got on 5 minutes time frame. Now, this is the whole outcome on 5 minutes time frame. All right. So this particular sell that you're seeing here, most likely just going to stop somewhere around here. All right. It's just going to stop maybe somewhere around here. So don't be in a haste to jump in for the sell. I am looking at this particular sell candle to just stop somewhere around here. Then it will continue with the buy. So that's why I said don't be in a haste to enter a sell. All right. So for this particular instrument, a buy is recommended. But the only thing we can do is that we can reduce our take profit point. All right. We can reduce our take profit point. Reduce your take profit to a price 1.29319. 1.29319. That is where our new take profit is going to be. So for GBPUSD, we are going in for a buy, and that is where our take profit is going to be. All right, that will be our take profit. So okay, fine. I said one more, but then let's just take additional one. For USDCAD, actually, because of this particular thing that has been going on around here, and also the heat on oil, I'll be going in for a buy actually on USDCAD. I'll be going in for a buy on USDCAD. I know it's on 30 minutes time frame. All right, but then let's take a look at it on 5 minutes and see. Do you see on 5 minutes time frame is giving you a buy confirmation? So for USDCAD, you can go in for a buy on USDCAD. You can go in for a buy on USDCAD. You can buy USDCAD, take your profit at price 1.31786. 1.31786. So for USDCAD, we are buying USDCAD. We are buying USDCAD. All right. We're buying USDCAD on this particular instrument, on this particular time. So for USDCAD, you can go in for a buy. and then take your profit around at this price level. Let me just all right, perfect. All right, so that's for USD CAD. USD CAD, we're going in for a buy. Now for stop loss on USD CAD, just below this particular proven support, your stop loss on USD CAD should be at price 1.31591. 1.31591. All right, time is already fast spent. So let's quickly head to gold. Let's quickly take a look at gold. All right, so looking at gold right now, you can say that gold is going to be making, it's going to still be going down a little bit more. Okay, I guess the what you actually said is you want me to be slower for a slowly land like you. All right, perfect. I'm going to be a little bit slower. All right, so I am saying that for gold, now if you check what has been happening for some days now, you will discover that gold, US 30 and US 100 has been doing directly opposite of each other. They have not been doing exactly the same thing. And you know that over the period, you can comfortably say that when US 100 is buying, US 30 most likely will be buying and US 2000 will be buying also. But the case is no longer the same. All right, the case is currently different. So don't just say that you are going to be doing this for the doing sake. All right. All right. Okay, so with that in mind, I am actually going to be going in for a further sell on gold, but I will not be entering immediately. I will not be entering immediately. So I already told you that dollar is going to weaken up a little bit, but I am not going to be using dollar to trade on all these instruments again. Of course, not as I used to. With that in mind, let's say our gold trade is going to be somewhere around here. Let me just, yeah, perfect. Let your gold trade be somewhere around this region. All right, you can set up this as your entry position for gold. All right, I'm actually going in for a further sell. Actually, yeah, for gold, I am selling gold. All right, I am going in for a sell on gold. But if you want to be on a safer side, you can set up a pending order. But for gold, I am going in for a sell on gold. And my take profit is going to be all the way to price 1973.94. So for gold, I am selling my gold. So quickly before the market stops, US 2000 and US 100, I am going in for a buy. All right, US 2000, I'm going in for a further buy on US 2000. US 100, I'm going, oh, perfect. This one is even US 30. I'm going in for a further buy on US 30. US 30, US 100, and US 2000. I'm going in for a further buy. All right, I'm going in for a further buy, especially US 30 and US 2000. But US 100 can US 100 can be so funny these days. Most times, US 100 and other indices has actually been doing different things. All right. Okay, now let me say it this way. If you're buying US 30, make sure that you're buying US 2000. But you don't necessarily need to buy US 100 because US 100 has been doing opposite of what these other two instruments are even doing. All right. So that being said, US 2000, I am going in for a buy. I am buying my US 2000. For US 30, I am buying my US 30. And it's an instant buy. Okay. I am buying all these instruments. So for US 100 also, I am actually buying US 100. So all these instruments, it is time to go in for a buy, especially US 30 and US 2000. US 30 and US 2000, most especially, you can go in for a further buy. You can go in for a further buy. US 30, US 2000, you can go in for a buy on all these instruments. All right. US 30, US 2000, you can go in for a further buy. US 100 also, I am going in for a buy on US 100. Okay, so, and I said gold, I am selling gold, right? I told you that I'll be selling gold. Yes, I'll be selling gold. I'll be selling gold. Now, you probably will be wondering, how come US 100 is buying, US 2000 is buying, and US 30 is buying, and then gold will be selling? Welcome to the club. I told you that for some days now, it has not actually been following the exact direction it's been doing for a while now. All right, so we've been going in for, so this is exactly what I'm going to be looking out for. I'll be buying US 30, I'll be buying US 100, and I'll be buying US 2000. But for gold, I'll be selling gold. I'll be selling gold. All right, I will not want to go in for a buy on gold. I don't know if you take advantage of any of these, but for US 30, yes, you're not late yet. You can still go in for a buy on US 30. You can still go in for a buy on US 30. For US 2000, yes, you can also still go in for a buy on US 2000. For US 100 also, it is not too late. You can still go in for a buy on them. Okay, so for gold, yes, I will be going in for a sell on gold. All right. All right, so for dollar index, remember I told you that dollar index was selling dollar index, right? We are selling dollar index. We are selling dollar index. So oh, perfect. Look at Euro USD actually made us some really good profit, but it didn't hit the take profit point. So if you were actually monitoring your Euro USD, you should have already made some really good profits. You should have made some really good profit, but I wasn't monitoring mine, so that is that for that. So, and I said for USDJPY, we're going in for a sell, right? Yes, a sell is very much okay for USDJPY. And for GBPUSD, yes, we are going in for a further buy on GBPUSD, right? We're going in for a further buy on GBPUSD. Okay, so that being said, I think we are also reviewed oh, okay, we actually reviewed the USDCAD, but okay, USDCAD already got to the stop loss position for this. It's actually broken below this particular region. Yeah, that is fine. But then US30, you can recover all the money on that particular one for US30, US100, and then US2000. I hope you're actually making some good profits. All right. And I said I'm not going to be going in for a buy on gold. No, I will not be doing that. The only one I'm buying is US30, US100, US2000. All right. And gold, I'll be selling my gold. All right. So that definitely. Okay. If there is anything called hold on your calendar, please try to hold up your trade. Don't be in a haste to close up your trade. Just allow it. USDJPY, we actually gave a stop loss for USDCAD rather. We gave a stop loss for USDCAD. But for any other trade, USDJPY and the likes, they are going to be going down for a sell. Do you understand? They will be going down for a sell. But for wheat and corn, anytime they open, I will be going in for a buy for wheat and corn. Okay, wheat and corn, I'll be going in for a buy. They have not opened yet, but once they open, I'll be going in for a further buy on wheat and corn. Now, reason is because this particular instrument has actually been on a steady rise. All right, after I think we actually talked, I told you about it on Thursday last week, right? Or was it on Monday? But I remember I mentioned, okay, I told you on Monday because I wasn't around yesterday. So I told you on Monday about wheat and corn. Okay, so with that in mind, anytime that gold, wheat and corn open, I'll be going in for I'll be going in for a buy on wheat, corn, and soybean. Wheat, corn, and soybean, I'll be going in for a buy on them. Okay, the market has not actually opened yet, but once it opens, I'll be going in for a further buy on them. I'll be going in for a further buy on them. So in the next few minutes, it's actually going to be opening. So once it opens, okay, so we can actually consider a buy. Oh, perfect. Soybean had a gap up, corn had a gap up, wheat also had a gap up. Yeah, so I'll be going in for a buy on wheat, corn, and soybean. All right, agro commodities, I'm going in for a buy. Okay, so a buy on agro commodities. All right, a buy on agro commodities. And I know I always tell you don't stay long in agro commodities, but this particular one is still going to push up higher. It is still going to push up a little higher. So if you want to make some good profits, you know what to do on that. For agro commodities, that is wheat, corn, and soybean. I'll be buying wheat, corn, and soybean. I'll be buying wheat, corn, and soybean. All right, I'll be buying wheat, corn, and soybean. All right, so that is going to be that for today. Okay, so let me just see if Mr. Emmanuel, you're asking if I recommended a sell on dollar index. I also told you that for a while now, you have actually been having a non-correlated movement on most of the instruments. All right, non-correlated movement on most of the instruments. Now, if you're asking that, look at dollar index is selling, how do you explain that US 100 is selling also? US 100 had a massive buy and then sold. So you've been having an uncorrelated movement across all these instruments. Look at US 30 is buying, US 1000 is buying. How would you expect that US 100 is buying? So when I said that, I actually, I'm talking about because of what has actually been going on over the period. But of course, you can also decide to hold on it or probably to take off the opposite trade, all right? All right, I said I was going to keep on this particular one. So if you actually had a sell on all these ones, if you bought US 100 that probably you had not exited your trade, you still hold on to your trade. It's currently having a massive push up. All right, thank you everybody for joining me today, and congratulations to those that made some good profits. All right, so USDCAD, we gave out, it got to the stop loss point. GBPUSD were already on profit for the buy that we entered. Euro USD, of course, we gave off a sell. It almost got to the take profit. So if you're actually on the trade, you should have made some really good profit for it. All right, and then what you don't get, I said USDJPY is going in for a further sell, and yes, it's going to be going in for a further sell. That is for USDJPY. All right, so thank you everybody for joining me. Now the question is that agro commodities, the indices market, will they still buy? Yes, indices will still buy. That means you can now sell on USDCAD. I would not advise a sell on USDCAD. Now, that thing that actually hits your stop loss is just what we call a fake out. It's not going to buy lower than that. Check it out on your 1 hour time frame. You have a better confirmation of what I'm talking about. But if it's able to break below where it is, why not go in for a sell on USDCAD? All right. If it's able to break, this particular candle can break, can close the way it is right now. Why not go in for the sell and enjoy the ride up until this particular next Tonko support? The truth is that it's actually going to be getting to this point. So yeah, you are actually allowed. All right. You're actually allowed. All right. Thank you everybody for joining me today. If you actually took a buy on agro commodities, especially on wheat, you should already be on profit on wheat. You should already be in profit on wheat, and the rest is going to still keep buy. So for agro commodities, it's going to be a buy for today. Thank you everybody for joining, and do have a lovely day. See you tomorrow, same time, same length, and have a lovely day.